Welcome to another Paku Paku session. This is what we have today, and I'm going to show you how I made it. So that's the Paku Paku beat we have today, and as you know, we have to honor the guitar. The guitar has to be honored, though. That's what we have. So you notice in this first from section 1 to 5, I don't know if you can pay attention to how the guitar flows, but from 5 up to 13 it changes, then from 13 to 25 it again changes. Let's listen. There's another kind of harmony on the guitar. So I like those subtle changes in my beats. Yes, it's a Paku Paku beat, but this is Tune WRLD's Paku Paku. I like to have variation every how many bars are these? Yeah, every 4 bars I like to have variation in my instruments. I have my shakers. Yeah, I have my kick here. Very clean kick. I like to, all these sounds, by the way, I process them myself, so I like to really have unique, clean, aggressive Paku Paku. Yeah, so here we have some effects, a rise. Yeah, and if you notice, the rise is also on key with the beat. You let me play it with the mallet so you can hear. Hear that? It's on key. So we have the snares. Paku Paku, Paku Paku. We have our strings. Yeah, those are our strings. You have noticed I have made a very big cut, mainly because I want the high end of the strings mainly, not even the low end there. Then we have our melody. The person who made Nexus, God should bless that person, because it has my favorite sound. This dance piccolo, I'm going to trademark this as Tunes Piccolo, because that sound, let me even save it. Yes, I want to save it. going to put it to Tunes Piccolo. Tunes Piccolo. Yes. Save that. That is Tunes Piccolo from today. I love that sound. So anyway, I'm over jazzing. Here is the lead. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. When you plot with FL, you start to see the melodies. Because for me, I can look at that and I know the notes. Let me play for you. That is so beautiful. So once again, yeah, we're going to EQ some part of it. Great. Then we have our 808. If you've worked with me personally, then you already know what's going on with this 808. But if you haven't, your first time seeing me, what? I am an 808 god. That is, if you think you're better than 808, you come. Send me your 808s. Then we see how. Yeah. I don't want to talk much on the 808s because it's just nice. But let me mention something small. From this 808s, there are some settings I like to use here, like the crossfade. This makes sure that once you play it, as soon as the note is released, the sound stops. Because sometimes you can hit it and then it has that decay, this decay here. Hear that? Now let me just go into an 808 lesson here with you guys. When you remove cut itself and then you're playing the 808 in sequence, the tail of the 808 overlaps into the notes when you're playing the notes. If you're playing do re mi, when you hit do and then you switch to mi to re, from do to re, when you hit re, the do will still be playing. Let me show you what I mean. Hear that? Then there's that distortion. So when you hit, let me play other note. Hear that? That we don't want that. We want when we hit each note, once we release the previous note, the next note starts without the previous note interfering. So once we click cut itself, I can just do this. Hear that? Very clean. These are tips producers won't tell you, but when you're in Tune World, knowledge is free as long as you hear. Anyway, that's not enough. Then we come to crossfade, because as you play the 808s there, sometimes when you hit the note, it plays the whole sample. I don't want that. I want when I hit the note, it plays the sample up to the point where the note stops. That's when I activate the crossfade. I will make a video talking about this in detail, but this is just so you know. Then the multiplicator can add the aggressiveness of this 808, but since this is an Afrobeat Paku Paku, we don't need all that so much aggressiveness. Yeah, anyway, that was 808 lecture. Then the last sound we have here, some mallets. I designed them from Purity. See what I did at the end there? Yeah, that was nice. So I mixed the marimba sound with the kalimba sound to produce this sound here. That is how I got these two sounds sounding together, such that when you Let me play for you the marimba only. When you hear the marimba, that's the marimba sound. Then when we play the kalimba only, this is it. So it has more of the low end. So now when we mix those two sounds, that's when we get this sound here. Sometimes you can also move around and test other sounds. Since we have a marimba and a kalimba, we can add maybe a woodblock sound. When we add this woodblock sound, let's hear how it sounds just alone without these others. So it has too much of that high end which we already have, so it wouldn't make so much sense. Maybe we could, let's try a muted guitar. Hear how it sounds. It has a sustain which we also don't like. So these other sounds I already used work perfectly, so we don't have to change them. We can just use them in the song, and that's fine for me. When I'm mixing, that's when I'll add the EQ and other things there. So we play the beats together, all together once more. Have this melody here, da 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 da. Yeah, you have me. I see sound. I see the sound. Da 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 da. Yeah. So if I were to play that in context with the beats, perfect. So let me know in the comments what sounds you would really like to see me make from scratch, be it the guitars, be it the shakers, be it the kick, be it the effects, snares, strings, lead, 808, mallets. You notice this song I didn't really use pianos. I think maybe I'll add them after, because I like to build on this. This is the soul of the track. Once I have this, I can build on it and add other sounds that that touch my liver. If the song don't touch my liver, because for me this melody here, that's why I put it in front. I don't like to put the very nice things at the beginning of the track. I like to put them towards the end there, so that for you who cares to listen, you will be surprised and rewarded with good sound, with good Paku Paku. I'm out.